Good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to our study. And our study this afternoon is about the foundation of Adventist Health Ministry from the Spirit of Prophecy. To begin with, allow me to share with you the brief background of this Spirit of Prophecy. You know, my friend, this Spirit of Prophecy is one of the most important gifts of God to His church. And we could read that one from 1 Corinthians 14, verses 5 and 6. God bestowed this gift, the gift of prophecy, of the Spirit of Prophecy, to His church, both in the Old and in the New Testament. Why? Because the main purpose of this gift is to edify the church of God, so that the church will grow healthy and productively. This is the main purpose of this gift. And another important thing related to this gift is that this gift is entrusted by God to His prophets, to His messengers or seers. And this gift is not exclusive for male or for men. There were female or women prophets or messengers, both in the Old and in the New Testament. For example, allow me to cite some example. If we will read Exodus 15 verse 20, we could read Miriam as a prophetess of God from this verse. And Judges chapter 4 verse 4, we could read Deborah as a prophetess and at the same time a judge of God during that time. So, Miriam and Deborah were from the Old Testament. And if we could read Luke 2 verse 33, Anna, a prophetess according to the book of Luke. And there were 4 daughters of Philip, the evangelist. They are all prophetess according to Acts 21 verses 8 and 9. So from this example, from this biblical text, we could clearly see the gift of prophecy or the Spirit of Prophecy is not intended only for men or for male. This gift of prophecy is also for every one of us, all Christians who are genuine in his faith or her faith in God and willing to be used by God, willing to obey Him, then this gift is free and available. And we as a Seventh-day Adventists, we fully believe that this gift of prophecy, the Spirit of Prophecy, is still active in our church. And we believe that this gift is manifested in the writings and the life of Ellen G. White as a messenger of God in His remnant church in the last days. If we will read Revelation 12 verse 7, according to this text, the remnant who keeps the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. This testimony of Jesus Christ is the Spirit of Prophecy according to Revelation 19 verse 10. And that's why this is a very special gift. Why? Because it will edify the church. And that's why Ellen White, as a messenger of God, her main objective, the main objective of her writings and counsels, we call that one as the Spirit of Prophecy, is to edify the church of God by leading God's people into a very intimate relationship and communion with Him and by obeying His word. This is the main purpose of the Spirit of Prophecy. Now, we will go to the rule of the Spirit of Prophecy in our Adventist Health Ministry. While it is true, and we cannot deny, we cannot argue with this truth, that the biblical anthropology, together with the laws of God, referring to the moral and to the natural law of God, are the first and the most important foundations of our Adventist Health Ministry. Yet the Spirit of Prophecy systematized our Adventist Health message. Meaning, the Spirit of Prophecy organized our health message when it comes to its definition, to its context, to its nature, and the promotion and application of this, most especially to its purpose. According to Ellen White, according to Mrs. White, according to the Spirit of Prophecy, there are two major purposes of our Adventist health message and ministry. We could read that one from Evangelism, page 283. It says, the work of health reform is the Lord's means for lessening suffering in our world and to purify His church. So this is the most two important purposes of our Adventist health message. First, to lessen the suffering of our world from sickness and diseases. You know, my friend, God is not interested only in His church. He's also interested in His humankind. Every person, every individual. He is the creator of all persons. He's the creator of our body. He knows what is best for our body. He knows every aspect, every detail of this body. And that's why He sent His messenger, Ellen White, as a messenger of God with a special message, and that is the Spirit of Prophecy. And this Spirit of Prophecy talks about what kind of lifestyle that promotes health in order to lessen the suffering of the world from sickness and disease. This is the first purpose of this Adventist health ministry according to the Spirit of Prophecy. The second one is to purify His church. You know what? When we all Christians begin to realize that our good bodies and good mind are His reward, then by living in harmony with His laws and principles, then we began to see and feel that the Holy Spirit is working in us, transforming us daily, purifying us to become the likeness of His Son, Jesus Christ. This is the purposes of Adventist health message. And, you know, my friend, the final goal of this Adventist health ministry is in order for us to have abundant life, abundant living, according to the Spirit of Prophecy. And it will help us to reach the highest potential of our faculties, to have a deeper communion with our Creator, and to have a good quality and quantity of life. From this perspective, the Spirit of Prophecy, we could consider that the Spirit of Prophecy is one of the most important foundations of our Adventist health ministry. We accept this one as a special message of God through His messenger, Ellen White. And the writings and the counsel of Ellen White, we call that one as the Spirit of Prophecy. May God will give us good understanding about healthy lifestyle promoted by the Spirit of Prophecy through Adventist health ministry. If we will read Education, page 195, it says, whatever promotes physical health promotes the development of a strong mind and a well-balanced character. This is from the Spirit of Prophecy. Thank you for being with me and for this study. May God bless us all this afternoon. This is my prayer.
Amen.
Evidence lang?